Root crops. Field preparations. Keeping a bed and rows weed-free not only makes a planting look nicer, but also makes harvesting easier when you're able to find crops. Harvesting options. Some root crops are harvested throughout the season for weekly markets. Others are harvested at the end of the season as storage crops. The process may change depending on the scale of your harvest and if produce is going directly to market or stored for later sale. A smaller weekly harvest may be done using forks to loosen part of a bed with other workers following to pull crops and place in bins or buckets. Picking and leaving an example bunch for workers to gauge their size against will help with uniformity when there may be several different people harvesting, especially new workers.
So when these get all packed in the field, they're all facing the same way, so the person at the spray table, all they have to do is just dump, and all the roots are facing the same direction. We're not going to be worrying about flip-flopping and trying to find.
Some farms will leave tops on when they look good to take to market. Others will remove tops when they start looking poor or top at all times. This can be done in the field to avoid having to remove tops from a packing house, or in the packing house to improve comfort while working. A larger harvest may be done at the end of the season to harvest several beds with an undercutter bar or a harvesting machine. These are more efficient machines but will require more upfront investment and are only warranted when harvesting entire beds. Transporting to wash station. Transport may be done in smaller bins or buckets for harvesting done on a weekly basis. When harvesting larger amounts, transport may be done with trucks, trailers, or bins that can be moved with forklifts. Bins that can be moved with forks reduce the amount of manual lifting that needs to be done. This is especially helpful with heavy root crops, though a washing and packing shed needs to be able to accommodate bins, meaning a concrete floor with enough room for them to be maneuvered and a cooler door wide enough to take bins in. If crops may sit for a while before being washed, a spraying with a hose to keep soil wet will help when it's time to wash. Wash options. Small harvests can be washed using a hose and a graded spray table. Roots can be bunched before or after washing depending on preference. Roots can also be washed in a dunk tank. Giving time to soak while doing other tasks will loosen dirt and make it easier to remove. A root washer tumbles produce against itself while spraying it with water. This is ideal for larger harvests, but can also be used for a small batch of roots. Roots can be sorted into firsts, seconds, and culled pieces as they reach the end of the washer. Packing and storing. For some storage crops, they will last longer if they are not washed. Whether crops are washed or not, they should be packed in crates that are not too heavy to lift by yourself, if not in a palleted bin.